I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me.
Hey cuties, it's your girl Ma. Welcome back to my channel. If you're coming across my channel on your screen for the first time, welcome, and to my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back. So today we have another party vlog. It's actually an engagement ceremony or a wedding ceremony, however you call it. So I got to the destination on time to capture some of the deco details. Guys, so I actually thought this is just an engagement ceremony, but when I got there I discovered that this particular area was used for a church wedding, and it was done by 8 a.m. in the morning. And I was wondering, wow, how managed, because the time I was given to come around was for 10 a.m. and I got there around past 9, only for me to discover that they've already done the white wedding. I was surprised but happy that Nigerians are making proper use of what the economy is actually dishing out to us, right? So you can actually have your low key or low budget wedding and, you know, entertain as many guests as you can and do all these things in one day without having to break the bank. So I just took my time to go through deco details and saw another design that actually did struck me. The couple took their time to, you know, write out how they met, and it was something that was beautifully crafted. So what would you rate this deco detail? Would you say it's a pass, or would you say no? I mean, your guests coming around to see how you met and everything. I just feel like it was good. It was good to actually know. And if this foundation is that lit, I feel like their wedding would be strong. I'm already sounding like a pastor. So I decided to go inside to see how the inside view looks like. I actually arrived on time, and you know what, you have to tell everybody to leave the hall for you to capture all of the necessary things. So this is what the table setting looked like. It was just a very simple wedding, and this hall took about 300 guests, and everything was done here. They had the VIP section, they had, you know, the regular guest section, also had like the engagement section also. So I just felt like the planner, or the, should I call it, decorator, took their time to, you know, make proper use of this space, and everything was beautifully done, including these flowers. You know, when I came into this hall, I was saying to myself that if you have something like this out in a beach, like a beach setting, I don't know if anybody is picturing what I'm actually seeing or what I was trying to visualize, right? If you have something like this at the beach, I tell you, it will be perfectly, like, beautiful. So guys, this is what the engagement cake looks like. It's actually very fine. I like the concept, and I feel like it is pretty cool. What do you think about this? And I also want to know, what's your ideal type of a low budget wedding? Do you think that you would accommodate guest size of 300 to 500 or 100 to 200? What's like your typical low budget wedding? You could even have a guest size of 50. Let's hear your opinion, because seriously, I was discussing with a couple of friends that are also into the event space, and I realized that a lot of people are not, you know, getting hall spaces anymore, because 100 capacity hall right now is worth about 400,000 naira or more, depending on the location. So you can imagine, for some people that have like a large family, take for instance, a particular bride's brother brought in 15 of his friends. So you can imagine if she has four siblings, and all of them are bringing in 15 persons, excluding what she and her husband has. So you can imagine how that crowd would be much. You'd know for sure that 15 guest size is not going to work, regardless of the invite or not. It's not going to work, and one out of that 15 person is likely to bring a new friend, right? So what do you think is the ideal thing to do? Do you support the motion of, you know, looking for a space around any of your family house, or looking for that hall? And let's also not forget about feeding. Feeding is also a thing that is of concern. But before that, let's admire this cake. What do you think about this cake? I feel like this cake is super cool. Very nice.
A few minutes later.
Guys, I know our gist is very interesting, but before we continue that, let me give you a snippet of what's going on. So guests started arriving, a lot of people took pictures, and I feel like this backdrop is very dope and it's going to turn out well. I don't have any of their pictures. I didn't take one for myself, but I'm sure it's going to turn out well. So this way, at this point, the parents of the bride danced in, and they are the owner of the house in the Yoruba culture, so they dance in first, and afterwards, the groom's parents also danced in. But there's something I want to mention. I mean, I tell people this: if you have your both parents alive on your special day like this, you are blessed, and I mean you're blessed for life. So on the other hand, we have the groom's family. The bride's from Yoruba, while the groom's family, they are from Edo. So you can imagine them coming from Edo, all the way from Edo to Ikorodu, to be precise, to be wedded. So I feel like this is actually very good, union, and they found love and all. This is the point where both parents come out. Then the Alaga invites other well-wishers to come and drop in some cash. So within a few minutes, the groom, came in with some of his friends and well-wishers to, dancing. Like I said, there was no so much preparation for this, and I feel like everything was beautifully done. The groom danced in, and some of his friends also joined him. So the normal tradition in Yoruba culture, before you step inside at different junctions, you have to drop money. I don't know if the bride briefed him all of these things, but it was practically new to a lot of things. They had to take money from different junctions. I feel like all of the relatives of the bride had to bill him at some point, and he was laughing because he was new to it. But then that is what love does for you now. I feel like he should have known better, that he's here. He's not just here to take anybody, he's here to take their princess. So he needs to spend a lot of money. Even the Alaga was telling him at this point to spray money, and he was like, they cannot spray money or no. But he ended up gifting her a couple of money. So this is another junction where they need to cross. In my last party vlog, I laid emphasis on the money spending, but this time around I just want to calm down a bit. Guys, so at this point, they had the groom say a lot of things. If you are conversant with my vlogs, like my normal party engagement vlogs, you will know all of these things. It was so funny. Like I told you, it wasn't new to it, but listen to it yourself.
Orúkọ Jésù Olúwa wa, àmín 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 ní orúkọ Jésù. Mọ́mí àti dádì, ẹ bàbá mi dé. Ìyàwó máa ń fẹ́ fún.
Aago mẹ́jọ láti ká ní pẹ́ ṣe tán àti pẹ́ ṣe tán. Ká ní pẹ́ ṣe tán.
Oya, ẹ jẹ́ kó bá wọn ya fọ́tò. Friends. Paparazzi this now. Friends, when one was the primary school? That was the friend.
Mo fẹ́ ní kó dé ní.
Sí orúkọ ẹ̀ kí ló ń sọ? Bọ́lá lè kọ Yúlísì ní oya. Ọ̀hún kí ló ń kọ́ fọ́tò ẹ̀ ní dáàbì? Yóò wá dé kọ́ títí.
A few minutes later.
It was time for the bride to dance in, and she really did well. Like I've always said, if you argue with your keyboard, the bride puts in, more effort on their wedding day. I don't know if it's because they actually do fantasize about it a lot, but she did dance well, and I actually liked how she did everything. Take a look at this for yourself. So guys, at this point, the bride needs to, collect some of her first money from her husband, and she was just, demanding a lot. The man kept on putting a lot, and I feel like, I don't know if it's always been discussed, because at some point the man will be saying, don't do, maybe don't go drink Gary for house. I'm kidding. So at this point, they need to, put in the ring, and the Alaga was instructing the man on what to do. I mean, she was literally telling him to be careful that ladies are fragile. And this moment was very special to both couple because I know they would cherish it for the rest of their life, actually, since they'll be living and spending the rest of their life together. Yeah, so guys, let's go back to our discussion. We're talking about food. So what do you think? Because I've noticed in different occasions that I've been to, food is actually like very big issue, especially if they split the chairs. Like when I mean the chairs, I mean when you have the bride side and then you have the groom side. It's always I don't know, it's always a thing of confusion because at the end of the day some of the couple would bring in their own food, and in scenarios where the caterers do not arrive on time, it's just going to be a big issue. So do you think large guest size has like an effect on food size? I mean, there's a particular event I attended of recent that they had like enough food. If you see the menu, like it was very solid, but the guest size that they planned for was 400 guests, and they ended up getting over 500 guests. At the end of the day, some people stress saying they did not eat, maybe because they were hoping to taste everything in the menu. So I don't know, do you think that guest size should be trimmed if you're planning on doing a low key or a low budget wedding in this period? And how would you handle your family members telling you that I'd like to bring my friends to my sister's wedding or to my brother's wedding? How do you think you tackle that? Guys, we've missed out on a lot of fun parts, but they had their cake cut, and also the alaga gifted them this, I don't know what it's called, and they had to dance with it. And she was like, it's a blessing and everything. At the end of the day, they had like good fun and everything. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the questions that I asked in this vlog. This might not be the normal typical vlog that I do, but I just decided to tell you what's actually going on currently with the current economy and how people plan their weddings. They had other activities, but I had to leave because I had another event to attend. But I will see you in my next party vlog. Bye.